And for part 2 of the essential guide to the psychedelic experience, I'm covering what to expect. I'm not going to cover every effect, but basically what to expect from the different levels of the psychedelic experience. Starting with the low dose, you can expect enhanced senses. Music sounds much more amazing. Like you can hear pretty much everything going on in the music like you've never heard before. Like you never have truly heard music until you hear music in a highly sensitive psychedelic state. The mood of the music moves you so strongly. You just experience everything about it. Smells are increased. God forbid someone farts in the room because it's going to be pretty rough. Taste. Food is usually too intense to eat. Like sometimes I will sort of fast for my psychedelic experiences to avoid stomach problems and increase the effects. But oftentimes I'll find myself getting really hungry and I'll fix a plate of stuff and I just can't eat it. But some things can be, a lot better with the enhanced taste. Fruit is really good. Wine is actually really good. It's interesting to try things like juicy fruit, but usually it's too much. But you can expect a fluctuation of body temperature. On a lot of trips for myself, I'll find myself turning my fan on, taking my clothes off, and just trying to cool off as much as possible. And then the next moment I'll be turning the fan off and, getting under the warm covers. That is something that makes it hard when you're in an environment where you can't control the temperature because of the fluctuation between body temperature. You experience slight visuals at a low dose. You get tracers. That's the most common effect. It's usually how you know it's kicked in, is if you have some tracers. Things kind of just wiggle a little bit. You get slight effect there. Enhanced colors. Colors become more bright and they become more poignant. They extend farther than usual. You have strong free associations. You connect things different than you normally connect them. And this is something I've always liked about the psychedelic experience. A good example of this is I was having an psychedelic experience with my friend one time, and we had, the lighting set up similar. I don't know if it was this kind of lighting, I don't remember what the lighting was like, but he said that the lighting in here is at the right temperature, and, obviously, the lighting doesn't change the temperature at all, but, if you have had a psychedelic experience, and maybe even not, you understand what I'm talking about, or what he was talking about when he said that. Just the right mood, just using different terminology, connecting things differently. Anyways, going onwards, enhance creativity, you know, humor, like, you know, people can become a lot more funny. A friend of mine actually is pretty fucking hilarious when he has psychedelic experiences. What else? You can get, you know, some of the more bad things is you can get, you know, pretty bad anxiety. I mean, a lot of people, it's a frustrating thing because when people have psychedelic experiences, it changes a lot of the effects that are going on, and some of them aren't exactly the most comfortable. And, you know, if you're not used to it and you know, this comes as a surprise to you, then you might interpret the experience to be negative things, that, you know, something went wrong with the dose, like, you know, you need to go to the emergency room, stuff like that. Like, you can get anxiety from things like that, or from just, you know, normal insecurities, or, you know, just random paranoid thoughts. You know, anxiety can just happen, and it's an important thing to know how to sidestep, you know, those anxious moments. You can have the experience of mind loops where, I don't know, things in your mind keep repeating. Like, you keep going through these loops where, you know, you'll be thinking about something, and then it'll lead to thinking about other things, but it keeps coming back to the thing you started with. You keep just going in these loops, and you can't escape this train of thought, and you just obsess about things. And then for a medium dose, it's pretty much all of the above, essentially, just increased to different degrees, and visually, you can expect more things, like, you know, eyes being all over the walls, like the walls melting. One visual I had one time that I really enjoyed. I was sitting outside and I saw these flowers, and the flower, it was, you know, it was fully bloomed, but then it would regress, and then it would fully bloom again, and then regress. These are the kind of things you can expect with a medium dose. At this kind of dose, there are more risks. You run into territory where you're more likely to get delusions and absurd thinking and paranoia. This can get kind of bad. I was having one psychedelic experience where I blacked out because of stress, because for the first time my walls were melting and swirling, and, you know, I was feeling huge waves of energy crash into me, and you know, this is all very overwhelming. And then my nephew next door, in the other room, like, we did it at a time where my parents should have been going to sleep, but my nephew starts wailing, like just screaming non-stop at the top of his lungs. And this is just ringing through my ears, and it's making me go insane. And then my parents are right outside my door, and so I ended up blacking out. And then when I came out of the blackout, I had lost track of everything, and I was in a delusional state. And, you know, I didn't know what happened. I was worried I killed someone. You know, just lots of delusions. You can lose sight of things. Like, it's important not to black out, because if you black out when you come back to reality, it's hard to figure out what exactly is going on. And I'm running out of time, so I'll continue talking about what to expect from a high dose in the next video.